So, I found out that a barber in my neighborhood was caught selling drugs. I mean, I was surprised. I've been going to him for years. I never knew he was a barber. Think about it.
Very good.
Yep. Carol says that I'm gullible and financially irresponsible. Just wait until... But she'll be laughing the other side of her face. Just wait until she hears that I've won the Nigerian lottery. No? Hello? Is this on? Hello? Hello?
It is, yeah. Unfortunately, yes. Yeah.
Yeah. And finally, I saw in the news that the inventor of the speedboat had died today. His funeral's on Saturday, and it's followed by a wake.
Oh.
There you go. There you go. A groan. That's it. I'll take a groan. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Black Dog Podcast, episode 230. I'm Lee.
I'm Darren.
I'm Jim.
I'm Elton.
And this week, we will see how everyone's week's going, except maybe Elton, who's sworn off because nothing's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Definitely not.
And then we will see if there's any feedback for last week's episode, which was Morbius. And then we will move on to some questions with Asking for Trouble. And finally, we'll get on to this week's movie, which is... Who picked this one? Darren?
That was me. It is The Monkey.
The Monkey. Monkey was irrepressible.
He was.
Anyway, we'll get to that soon enough. So, let's find out how everyone's week's been, except Elton. So, let's start with you, Jim. How's it been, sir?
Fairly quiet, really. I'm reading a right lot of just freewheeling my way through the summer and high temperatures and shit like that.
Yeah.
Avoiding opticians and expensive bills. So I had a nice quiet week that was inexpensive, which was good.
That's always a bonus.
It is a bonus, definitely. But yeah, other than that, really not a right lot, to be honest. I thought I did have some amusing anecdote, but now we're recording, it's flown completely out of my head.
Nice. Fair enough.
Boom, gone. What was it?
I'm sure.
I don't know.
Oh,
Not a lot. Not
Thing?
a lot. Stuff. Just usual stuff.
Stuff.
Yeah, we've been messing around with our new allotment and getting stuff, so I've kind of... I'm now the proud owner of a sharpening stone, a hand axe, some leather gloves.
Oh, blimey. Gone right into it.
Oh, I love a good
it is
sharpening
good.
stone.
Oh, yeah.
God.
180 on Temu. Amazing.
Is it a sharpening stone or is it just a stone, Jim?
No, it's
come
definitely
from
sharpening
Temu.
stone. It's two sides. There's a rougher side and a smoother side. All sharpening stones, from what I could tell from my shopping around online, are exactly the same. And you're essentially, they're obviously all made in the same factory, probably somewhere in China. And basically, if you shop around, you can buy one in a fancy box with a brand name on for about 12 quid. Or you can do what I did, get one off Temu, which just comes wrapped in bubble wrap with no instructions or no box or no nothing. But it's just a sharpening stone, for fuck's sake. It's fairly easy to use.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think there's much in the way of instructions and safety warnings you need for a stone. Plug it in.
Well, that's it. I mean, kind of. I think with Temu, you have to have like a minimum shop about 15 quid. And I've sort of been drawing up a list of bits and bobs I needed, which I thought I can order from Temu because the generic stuff, there's very little moving parts that can't go wrong. And I can pick stuff up, for a third or a quarter of the price you get them on Amazon or in the shops. So it's kind of, some leather gardening gloves. I'll have a new tape measure, a sharpening stone. I've got a weeding tool. You know what I mean? This is good. More buying man stuff.
Nice.
But yeah, so we do, in our new lot, we have a shed that is a bit strange and wonky, which could need a few little bit of repairs. I mean, someone would put, get those those hasps for padlocks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And bolts. You got like the main bolt thing goes on the door. Then there's the little kind of loop that goes next to it. You can shoot the bolt through.
Yeah.
The previous owner of this shed, somehow, on all the bolts, because it's like 3 doors, and on 3 of them, they managed somehow to screw in the loopy bit, kind of like an inch out, so the bolt doesn't go through.
Right.
And it's kind of, how the fuck did anyone do this? At first I was thinking, as the door sags, no, it's all still level. What moron did this? It's just absolutely, he's like, Jesus, I've seen some bad DIY, and because I lived in rented accommodation for years, and I've seen some horrendous bodge jobs, but this one is like, this is such a simple thing to do.
Nice.
And someone fucked it up, not once, but 3 times on 3 different doors. Yeah, 3 cracks and didn't get it right once.
Oh, 3?
This kind of, Jesus, was Mr. Magoo do this?
Only 3?
How the weird?
That's quite easy.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of, I'm aware of the irony we are on the podcast with the DIY curse. But, so I've got away with it. I put up we've got a little composting bin for household waste that's screwed into the kitchen wall, which gets taken to the big compost bin. That went up and I didn't drill into pipes, electrical cables, or me.
Oh, blimey.
Yeah.
Wow.
You say that with such surprise, Jim. You really do.
But I've still yet to repair the shed. I'll be looking and see what needs to be done. The thing is, at some stage, someone added like an extra bit to the shed. So the shed's got like 2 main compartments, and there's this third one that someone's like added.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like the size of a shower cubicle. And we were quite surprised because when we opened it up, we found there's a tent inside. Unusual. Inside the tent is a chemical toilet.
And
it's kind of
inside the chemical toilet is an eye.
It's kind of no. I think that's going to tip. We're not investigating this any further.
Yeah.
But the thing is that the door, it was put on kind of again with incredible bodging seals, hinges. Do I screw these hinges into the side and do it properly? No, I'll just stick a nail through one of the hinges at the top, and so the whole door hangs on one nail.
Oh, Jesus.
It's like, oh my God. This is going to take a bit of work to rectify.
Yes.
But I might be calling in someone who's better at DIY than me to take the blame. I mean, to help me.
I'll be right there, Jim. You just only have to call. I'll be right there with me tools.
All I did was hammer this nail into the wood. It's just wood. That's all I did.
Yeah.
I didn't expect a sewage pipe in the wood. What fuckery is this?
Half of Darlington was flattened yesterday when someone hit a nail into some wood. Oh, well.
Yeah,
well, there you go.
Yeah, but it's quite pleasant. It's quite it's nice sort of big. The previous guy who had it for like a couple of years, and he basically got kicked off it for doing nothing with it. So other than a bit of weeding and repairing the shed, it's all just completely flat and green, just ready for us to do with what we wish, which is nice. So we're planning some growing beds. We've got some green beans in and a few carrots and potatoes and stuff. Mainly we're sort of clearing it out. But it's obviously somewhere excited. Another thing we found was a big bag of empty dog food tins. It's kind of okay.
Okay. So back up the truck a little here. I mean, so you found a shed poorly repaired that inside it has a tent, and inside that has a chemical toilet, and just beside it a whole bag full of empty dog food tins.
No, the dog food tins were in a different part entirely.
Is that all that's there?
Yeah.
Hygiene first, obviously.
Yeah.
Are they the only compartments, Jim? You're not going to find another one for like with a pile of children's shoes in it or something like that. Are you?
Well,
just like, oh fuck, burn it down.
Well, we've not been in the back of one yet because it's all full of tools. So who knows what? I'll report back next week when we've emptied that out and seen what's there.
I tell you what, get on Temu and get one of those black lights they use to sweep police areas. Just do me a favor because I get the feeling this is going to end up with like you're going to see like you're going to sweep
a crime
over.
Scene.
Yeah, it's going to be handprints or words scrawled in sort of hex all over it.
Rustin Bar was here.
You might want to, when you go down the local pub, you might want to loudly mention that you've taken ownership of this shed and just see what kind of reaction you get in the bar. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Does it suddenly go deadly silent?
You made me miss. I never miss.
Yep, there's somebody who looks strangely like Kevin Turvey sitting at a table there. Well, that geezer who used to do the Tetley tea bags adverts. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So apart from finding finding and repairing this small murder shed, Jim, what else? What else has been going
That's an
on?
idea for another podcast. Jim's Murder Shed.
That's more or less been about it. So not terribly exciting, and I am aware kind of we are getting dangerously close to owning a goat called Geraldine, and
Oh my god!
going full good life at the way we're going at the minute.
Wow.
Because Teresa now makes her own soap. She makes her own candles. I bake and make her own bread. We have an allotment. It's
Wow.
It'd be chickens
So,
next,
you,
and then on to a goat. And there we go.
You changing your name to Tim and
then we need to
Barbara.
move to Surbiton next to the Leadbetters and annoy some middle class snobs. My life would be complete.
Yes. I'm glad you set this all up now, Jim. Because next week I will find the theme tune to The Good Life and I will put it in over your. How was your week next week?
Well, hopefully your life won't go like the very last episode of The Good Life. Has anybody ever seen that? Because fuck me, does it take a bit of a right turn? I am not joking. Yeah, if you look up the very last episode of The Good Life, and you know how it's all been sort of like all soft and cuddly and bouncy and stuff like this. Well, they get home at the end of the episode and they find their place has been fucking ransacked with fucking graffiti up the walls and everything, and it's like, this isn't The Good Life.
Right.
It's just quite a dark little moment in the show. It's like, well, way to bring it down.
Okay. Spoilers.
Yeah, because lots of people are really, really wanting to see the last episode of The Good Life.
I've been going through The Good Life box set. I was going to mention it in my week. You completely fucking ruined it.
Oh, this is that tripods game again, isn't it? That's what it is.
Sneeze.
Yeah, exactly.
No sneeze.
I've done it again, haven't I?
You have done it again. You motherfucker.
Oh, I've done it again, haven't I, Dad? In the sand.
Yes. Well, there you go. For the in-jokes, the people not aware of the in-joke amongst us, I bought a game based on John... Is it John... Who's it? Not John Wyndham's.
No, it's
John
not.
Wick?
It's not
John Wicks, angry DIY man.
No. The tripods. Who did
the tripods?
John Christopher.
John Christopher, that's it. Yeah, and there was a ZX Spectrum game based on the tripods, and I paid £8 for it.
Which was a lot in them days.
Which was a lot in them days. Brought it round to Darren's. He loaded it up. He went forward, left, right, sneeze. You've reached the White Mountains. You have defeated the tripods, and the game bloody ended. I didn't even play it. Didn't even so much as put my fingers on the keyboard. Motherfucker just finished the game in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, to quote that vet from was it The League of Gentlemen? Oh dear.
So yeah. So that's he's done it again. He's ruined The Good Life for me now.
I am Britney Spears.
You are. You've done it again. Anyway, sorry, the mild diversion away from the murder shed, Jim. Anything else, sir?
No, I'll leave that there. I think that's enough mischief from me.
Okay. Actually, you know what? You should put Elton's haunted TVs in there. See if we can create some sort of
some crossover event.
Yeah, exactly.
Haunted TVs versus Murder Shed.
That's it.
Coming soon to Shudder.
Haunted TVs versus Murder Shed. Wow. Yeah. They said the perfect crossover doesn't exist. Look at that. Go and get it, Elton. Go upstairs. Go get them while we're waiting.
No, I'm not going up there now. No, it's far too late for that.
Okay, fair enough.
You just need one TV because you know they're multiplied, didn't you? You know, they just like, I had one there. Now there's two.
Yeah.
Come back the other day, there were four.
That at this time of night.
Yeah. You can just hear 1950s music. I don't want to set the world on fire as you go up into the loft.
Yep.
Anyway, okay, moving on. So, Elton, nothing much happened with you, sir.
Nothing really to report, I'm afraid.
That's
No,
fine, absolutely fine. So we'll move on to you then, Dal.
Indeed.
What's going on with you in this week?
Well, I haven't really been out much, but I've sat and I've watched some things. Yeah, you know, like when you get a bit of a craving for a bit of nostalgia, you know, like a fluffy jumper TV or something like this, just because you feel like being cheered up a bit.
Have you dug out all of your Pebble Mill at 1 VHS?
Exactly. No, it's Russell Harty. That's what I'm looking at. Yes.
It goes down well with the kids in the international.
It certainly does, doesn't it? Yep. All those listeners in other countries are sitting there thinking, Russell Harty?
What? Who
the fuck? Who the fuck's Russell Harty? No, I went looking for episodes of Blockbusters. And I found a fucking channel full of 168 episodes of the TV show. And I just put that on, and it was great. I fucking love Blockbusters. But I'll tell you what, looking back at it now, Bob Holness, Blockbusters, right?
The fuck?
Yeah, I used to love that when I was younger. I had the game as well.
I know, we used to play it.
Exactly, right? With the
yeah,
that's
exactly.
It. And like you had to get the spelling exactly right of everything.
Yeah,
you know,
because Spectrum had a library of precisely 10 words.
Exactly, right. But you know, I've noticed now Bob Holness himself, right? I mean, we usually used to know him as a friendly old Bob, you know, good old Bob, you know, polite, gentlemanly. But then you start watching it and you start noticing him. I don't know, it's just a feeling comes off of him when they don't get a letter right, and he has to start saying more questions. You could see him getting a little bit more annoyed with them. Like, how the fuck are you not getting this, you stupid cunt? You're at a fucking university. What do your mum and dad pay for you for? Eh? And he's saying it like that in his head because that's how he actually spoke. Right?
Oh, right.
I knew this because I almost had a fight with him in a pub once. But, you know, let's not go there.
The first James Bond? You almost had a fight?
The first James Bond,
Yep.
yes. Yep, the very first James Bond. But
South African radio, I believe.
Yes.
I think so, yes. Indeed.
There you go.
But no, apart from that, it was just really good just sitting back watching the episodes. I was like quite anxious with some of those things like the gold run. You're looking at it, you think, come on, fucking get that letter. It's like I'm always rooting for the one by themselves.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, fucking show them. Fucking show them. Get that fucking letter. Get it there. No, don't go for that letter because if you get that letter, they'll win automatically. Go for that letter over there. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that one.
So, again, I feel like I'm doing this a lot today, but back the truck up. What the fuck suddenly possessed you to suddenly want to watch an archive of quiz shows from the 1980s?
Because I just remember being, watching it an awful lot when I was younger. And it was good. I used to really enjoy watching it. And it is still good to watch. And it is quite funny as well when you get 14-year-old contestants sitting there and you've got this 19-year-old student and he's like feeling, I've got no problem here, right? I'm going to kick their asses. And he sat there looking like he's just gone 12 rounds with Mike Tyson, right? The way these fucking kids have just gone straight across the board. So that's been it's been good to watch.
Is that on YouTube?
Yes, on YouTube. You type in Blockbusters, I've actually got a channel with 169 episodes on it.
That must be nearly the whole run.
I've only watched 4 or 5 of them, but some of them keep the adverts in. Right? He's just watching some of the
You're
adverts.
watching it for the adverts, aren't you?
Yeah, there's all that there, But it's a real lovely little trip back, down memory lane watching those. It's really good.
Right.
So, and joining in as well and getting quite sort of invested, B, please, Bob. Yeah. F, please, Bob. D, please, Bob.
God, we've if we put all these podcasts back to back and played them, we could literally these podcasts could be used for medical science as a descent into madness over old
They
age.
could. They could.
Darren, do you ever have you watched one in advance of sitting down and watching one with Ree and then answering all the answers?
Actually, I did that today, right? Because they've got the very first episode on there, right, where Bob explains the rules of the game, right? Okay, and so I've remembered some of the answers to the question, and I'm sitting there, and like I got sort of like my workmate there, Cassandra. She's sitting there, and she can see me watching this, and I'm going, yeah, there we go. Let's see, Battle of Trafalgar. She's like, got that answer? Yeah, I was like, yeah, not a problem. And I'm like fucking answering these off. And I said, just to let you know, I did watch this episode yesterday. So,
Wow.
fucking love it. So, yeah, that's one of those little. It's like, Jim. I mean, it's the same sort of feeling you get when you watch those tent blokes, or
Yes,
the things you were watching. Yeah, it's that. It's like lovely.
All is well with the world.
All is well with the world. Yeah, because it's like I remember back then I had very little things to worry about. That was it. So
Right.
yeah, good stuff. But anyway,
Wow.
moving on from that, Peacemaker.
Okay.
Peacemaker started this week,
Yes.
and I've watched the first episode.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking love that show.
Yeah.
The one thing I've been concerned about is the opening credits. Right?
Yes.
Because for anybody anybody that's watched the sort of like Peacemaker before knows it's the startup that you don't skip, right?
Yes.
Because it's the dance routine at the beginning, and
the track.
And the track itself. But if you look for a breakdown of it, they'll explain to you that every single dance move in that opening dance sequence has a meaning, right? It pertains to something that goes on in the show. And I've seen a breakdown. It's like, fuck me, that's deep. Even some of the lyrics from the actual song, Do You Want to Taste It by Wigwam, some of the actual lines in that I've had pointed out to me as well, which relate to some of the stuff in the show. And I'm happy to say that even though Series 1, the dance routine for that will remain forever my favourite, I really like this new one as well. I think it's very appropriate for the actual tone of the show. But I'm quite concerned by the very last move in that. Because if this is the same, if everything in this dance routine is has a meaning throughout the show, then it's going to be very interesting to see if there's going to be a season 3.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, please let there be another season, because I could do with at least one more season of this.
Okay.
But
I saw the intro. I be honest with you, I haven't seen the show yet, the second season. I watched the intro, and I have to say it didn't grab me in the same way as the first one did.
I don't think it. I mean, it's going to be very hard to do that, I think, because it was that whole novelty, wasn't it? Really,
but the song's lower energy. The dance doesn't feel like they're dancing in time with the music. They're just kind of all just randomly, haphazardly doing some random moves. It just all feels a bit. It feels like someone. Oh, how can I put this and be not insulting everyone? It feels like when people go to conventions and then they all do a Klingon festival or something. You just think you're not quite bagging what a professional writer would do. You're just going and just shouting at things.
I would be very surprised if there wasn't a reason for that.
Well, maybe, but I'm just saying that just from a meme point of view, from a instant grab. As soon as you see the intro, you just the first season, you just like, I'm on board. Thanks very much.
Yeah.
I'm in. Whereas
Indeed.
I watched it this morning, season 2, the opening thing, and I was just like, yeah, the music's not all that, and the dancing's not all that, and it just feels a bit meh.
Okay,
But-
watch the episode and see how you feel about it afterwards.
I'm not judging. I'm not judging
I
the whole
can-
show.
No,
based
I
on
can
the
see. I
blooming
know what you
intro.
mean about. I know what you mean about the timing and the actual, how things seem to be a little bit,
Lackluster.
shall we say? Yeah, they seem to be. It's like a bunch of you just picked up a bunch of people to do this dance move. Like I say, I think there's a good reason for that. Looking at the first episode, because it's fallout from season 1, and
Okay. Don't say anything because I haven't. Seen
no, it's just people are at a funny place at the start of this, and it's like it's gonna where are they gonna take this now? Because it's not it's like I say, it's fallout from season 1, so that may be why their dancing doesn't seem as smooth.
Okay.
Because as I say, watching the breakdown of the last season's dancing, it's amazing what they've got in that. It's like, oh blimey, I didn't actually realise that. Oh, that's a good point. Everything from in the first one where it starts off with Peacemaker just standing there with like 3 or 4 spotlights in front of him, and everything else is in darkness. Even that has got a meaning.
Okay.
And they're like, nah, that's fairly sort of, I didn't realise that. But yeah, even that has got.
But what's the actual show like?
The actual show, I love it. It's great. I think the season 2 is just carrying it on nice. There's some darkness in there. Things are not completely happy. But I'm really enjoying it. I like where it's going. I like what I've seen in this first episode. So I'm definitely back for episode 2.
Okay.
On this. So there we go.
Nice.
Peacemaker. Lovely. Peacemaker season 2. And finally, new game that I've played. This one's from 2024. It's a game called Banishers: Ghosts of New Eden.
Right.
And I'll just read you out the little bit of blurb here. Banishers: Ghosts of New Eden is a third-person action. Oh no, let's see, where is it? Here we go. Right. In 1695, Banishers and lovers Antaeus Duarte and Red McWraith travelled to a colonial New England to answer the call of a friend, Charles Davenport, to banish a particularly powerful curse afflicting the town of New Eden. The pair discover that the curse has trapped New Eden in an eternal winter and has claimed the lives of many of the townsfolk, including Charles himself. Now, I thought, great, sort of like ancient Ghostbusters. Let's get in with this, because what Banishers are is they protect the living, and if there's a ghost in the town, they will quite happily send the ghost off to the afterlife by banishing it or ascending it, right? So they can either do one of the two. Banishing it takes a lot less energy, ascending a lot more, depending on the situation with the ghost itself. Now, if I've got one criticism, it's that these banishers are pretty quick to change their tune when a situation directly affects them. Now, the main crux of the game is, and this is in the very first sort of like part of it, Antea, who is Red Wraith's sort of tutor, is like, she's teaching him how to become a banisher. Apart from also being his lover, she's also guiding him through to become a banisher himself. And he's got some pretty good skills. She gets taken out at the beginning, right? And she comes back as a ghost. Now, instead of banishing her, he's got a choice to make. He can either ascend her, banish her, or, and this is what she said to him, she can be brought back into the physical world, right? And she can become whole again.
Yeah.
But the way to do it is
Yeah.
you've got to sacrifice certain individuals' lives,
Right.
right? So
Okay.
anybody that's, you would think that's not very good. The thing is, it gets you to make some pretty fucking hard choices.
Right.
And it doesn't give you any clue as to whether you should take these people's lives or not. And the consequences for doing that can apparently come back and bite you in the arse later.
Oh, right. Okay.
So, yeah. The game itself, I think it's absolutely brilliant. I love it. It's got some really good visuals on it. The spiritual combat is pretty good as well, where you're Red Wraith. And what you can do is, because Antea is with him, she can actually perform certain tasks as well. He can sort of like join up with her, and she can do she can see a lot of stuff that he can't.
Yeah.
In this spirit world. So
Yeah.
there's like sort of like stores of sort of like supernatural energy that are hiding things. She can smash those open, and then he gains whatever's inside them.
Yeah.
So yeah, so far, so good. I've already had to make a pretty fucking hard decision, and it's like, is there no clue as to can somebody just tell me? Should I? Or shouldn't I? What am I going to do? Oh, and now you're asking me whether we should. Now that I've done the deed and I've taken that life, you're saying, should we stop this now? Well, it's a bit fucking late, isn't it?
Yeah.
Thanks for that. You get now. Thanks. Cheers, Antea.
That ship has sailed.
Yes. So what do I do? Do I carry on doing this? Is there a price that's going to cost too much for sort of like Red Wraith Soul? It's going to be interesting to see where it goes from this point, and whether you're going to get even more difficult choices.
Okay, nice.
But yeah, it's not all sort of like fancy combat, and the actual big bad in this is quite. The thing that they have to go up against is they're called the sort of ghost it is called a nightmare, which is the most powerful kind of ghost. And it's not the sort of thing you want to take on lightly. You've really got to be prepared for this. And so, yeah, this is the thing that takes Antea out and leaves Red Wraith having to make those decisions to try and bring her back. And it's, I like it. I think it's, it adds a little bit of flavour to it, having that. I just thought it was going to be just killing ghosts and, just gaining spirit energy, but it's like, no, you have to punish certain individuals, or you have to take out the ghost that's associated with them. And it's just, like, what do you do? What do you do?
What do you do?
What you do? Because by the end of it, you are going to have to face the nightmare. And it's like, do you do it with Antea intact? Do you do it as a spirit, or what?
Yeah.
Because the thing is, if you don't bring her back to full form, she disappears forever.
Okay.
And even in the afterlife, you'll never see her again. So it's like, fucking hell, can you make this any harder for me? Cheers, you bastards.
Nice.
So anyway, if anybody's thinking of getting it, it is part of the latest Humble Bundle choices package. They release one every month, and it's normally it's $11.25 you pay. You get about 8 or 9 games, and they're normally pretty good. Yeah, and it's so once a month that happens.
And
what's the format? It's on just about everything. It's on the Xbox, it's on PlayStation, it's on PC. This, of course, was on PC because that's what Humble Bundle do. They just do PC games on there. Okay. But even on my laptop, this ran pretty fucking well as well. Yeah. Set on low, it still looks beautiful. There's sort of like, the areas, the stuff in the distance, it looks great.
Right. Nice. Cool. That's
So there you go.
Okay.
Yes, that's me.
Okay, brilliant. Fine. In which case, I will just Yeah, I'll just go through my week quite quickly then. Right, the quickest bits. Wanted to watch Mission Impossible: Final Reckoning, which is the latest one. It's just appeared on streaming for rent. I haven't seen it. I have no idea, none at all. So what I did was I said to Carol, "Do you want to watch this? You know, we haven't seen it." She went, "Okay, I can't." She went, "I can't remember the other one. Have I seen the other one?"
Which other one? What,
The
other
one
5
before.
or 6?
No, the one before it. The fight, or was it Dead Reckoning or whatever it was? The one with the motorcycle and the jumping onto the
They
the
all
train.
have motorcycles.
I was going to say that's all of them, isn't it?
Yeah, that is pretty much all of them. I'll be honest. Anyway, so
Is it the one with the plane? Yes.
they've all got fucking planes.
Yeah.
The plane.
But so
Is
And
it
so-
the one with the space-bound ice cream truck? Yeah,
yes, that one. That's the one.
that one. Yeah,
Just narrow
One
it
with
down.
Mr. Whippy at light speed. Yeah.
yeah.
So I said, okay, I'll tell you what. Before I go and rent or whatever it is, this latest version, let's watch the one before because we just finished. Yeah. And I said, if you don't remember it, let's have a look. We started watching it, and these Mission Impossible movies are really quite long, and so it's like nearly an hour, about 2.5 hours. The first one, Dead Reckoning. So we started watching it. We got to precisely 1 hour and 38 minutes in, and Carol goes, "Oh, I need to go to the loo. Don't pause it. I remember it now."
Oh.
What?
I've got other things to do in another room.
Yeah.
He's like, you what?
Don't pause it. I've got a tooth extraction I need to get done.
So that was fine. But we did watch it all the way through to the end, and I have a soft spot for those movies, so I was all right with it. So it's cool.
Do you know what? I haven't forgiven it for fucking Mission Impossible 2. I mean, I was pretty, number 2, right? Way back then. I haven't watched one since then.
The John Woo ones, oh my god.
The John fucking block of cheese, right? It should have been called Mission Impossible Block of Cheese. That's what it should have been called, because that's what it was. It was fucking
The Parmesan
cheese.
sanction.
Fucking yes. Jesus Christ. I just chucked a snowball into hell. Let's see how long it lasts. Fuck off, you cunt. I turned it off when he said that. That was half an hour into the film. I'd had just about enough.
If I may be so bold, I think if you started at Ghost Protocol, I think you might find it's quite a different prospect away from John Woo and his 1,000 slow motion doves and fire and sword fighting fucking motorcycles and whatnot. You might find it a slightly different proposition. If I may,
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Well, I'll let you make your mind up. I mean, but as far as I'm concerned, I think the ones from the not the J.J. Abrams one, which was the third one, but the fourth one, which has a thing on the outside of the Burj Khalifa. That's when it all becomes a bit more spy and old style Mission Impossible, but with big budget stunts. So you might want to try that one. Start there and see how you get on. Number four.
Yeah, because I watched number 1 and I got to the end of it and it's like,
yeah,
what?
No. They finally get their stride with number 4, I think, personally. But yeah, take a look, see how you get on.
No, that's cool. You see, you sound like me trying to explain to someone the Fast and the Furious, right? It's like, no, don't watch that one. Don't watch that one. Don't watch that one. When The Rock comes into it, watch it then, because then it becomes a bit of a laugh. You see,
a comedy.
And it becomes a comedy, right? And that's when the crazy shit starts to happen. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Okay.
So,
well,
okay.
Yeah. Go away, check it out, and report back.
I will do.
Okay. So the next thing, moving up my list of things, there was The Tourist. I mentioned it last week, and we finally finished season 1. And yes, much. I like it. I like it a lot. I can't wait to go on to season 2. It's quite good fun. It's got a lot. It's got an interesting little wrinkle of sort of if you have no memory of who you were before, does that make you the same person as who you were before? So if you were an absolute arsehole before and now you're not, and you can't remember, are you a arsehole or what? So there's that's a little interesting wrinkle in it. So that's it's got something in there, and I'm hoping they'll explore it a bit more in season 2. So that's quite good. So that's on iPlayer. But moving on to a little video game thing. I've got to mention this because nobody else would understand. Nobody would understand the frustration.
Okay.
I mentioned it a couple of months back that I was doing this Iron Man run. For those of you who don't know, an Iron Man run on video game terms, it's one save, only auto saves. If you die, that's it, game over.
Crikey.
Yeah. And so I tried that with the original Mass Effect. And so it's been a bit of a struggle. I'm not lying, because I was on the insanity level, fully up to maximum level going through, and I got killed by a couple of bugs. So that's like, okay, those are let-offs. I can't be held responsible for the landscape eating me or fucking something like that. So anyway, do that. Get right through to the absolute end. The final boss. I must have done about 20 plus hours on Sunday. And I'm like, oh, here we go. The final part of this challenge. Get through, face the bad guy. I kill the bad guy. I go, huzzah. And before it manages to save, it crashes. The PlayStation 5 actually crashes.
Oh.
No.
Took out the whole fucking thing. And I was like,
Fuck.
okay. I can do this again. I can do it again. So I launch it again. I start fighting again. And the game crashes. It's like, fuck. Right. Okay. Deep breath. Go on the EA website. And they've got a little support thing for if this happens. So I'm like, okay, fine. I fix the problem. I load up the bad guy again. It loads it up, but now it's loaded it up with an autosave where I'm just a fraction closer to the bad guy and he's already firing. And literally, I spawned and he shot my fucking head off. End of run. Oh dear. It was, yeah. I mean, it means nothing. First world problems and all that, but it was just like, I was livid. I was very, very cross.
I'm very surprised because I was starting to get the impression that, there's a story that Jack D tells about his dad doing DIY.
Mm.
And so like the kid, him as a small child, he's there with his brothers and that. And, they suddenly hear his dad go, poof, and they hear a noise coming from the other room, and his mum's like, "Come on, kids, we're
going out." Yeah, something along those lines. Yeah, it was like the anguished cries of a of a tortured soul, literally walking through the house. Fuck. So there was that, and finally the big event of the week. Just sort of going back a little bit, but we watched Alien Earth episode 3 and did a podcast recording for it, didn't we?
We did, yes.
Yes, we did. Jim obviously couldn't be on for various reasons, so we made a little sort of chat group so poor old Jim's phone wasn't kind of going ting 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 while we were pinging stupid shit like Haribo Star Mix adverts at each other and stuff.
Yes.
Anyway, cut to the next day. And I'm sitting there, I'm hard at work, got fucking right rage on because work's just being a bit of a bitch. All of a sudden, my phone makes this weird noise. And it's not like a normal ringing noise. It makes this kind of dongy-dung, 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 boo, dongy-dung, 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 boo. And I'm thinking, what the fuck is that? I look, and Facebook Messenger is saying to me, incoming call from Darren. And I thought, what the fuck's happening there? So I pick up the phone, I press the button, silence. I'm thinking, okay, silence, what's going on? Suddenly I hear a voice. Now this voice is in an echoey room. And he goes, hello? And I went, hello? And it's not Darren. I'm thinking, what? What's going on here? And then all of a sudden I hear, he's butt dialed, isn't he? I'm like,
no,
hang on. I go, maybe. And go, but who are you? And the person on the other end of the line, says, do you want to see? And I'm like, no, I don't want to see. All I want to do is I want to find out who's holding on to Darren's phone and talking to me. Because all it said on my screen was Darren's phone. I'm like, who the fuck are you? And what are you doing with Darren's phone? And all of a sudden, the camera pops up. And it's Elton in a lift shaft. And I'm like, am I having a stroke? What are you doing on the call? At which point, another picture appears, and it's Darren gurning away. To which he said, and I quote, "I think I bollock dialed."
Yeah, I don't keep my phone in my back pocket. So
No.
my hairy Nad obviously wanted to talk to you guys. I've come to talk bollocks. Yeah.
But I genuinely thought Elton was one of your work colleagues who picked your phone up.
No.
And then he's talking to me through your phone because it said Darren Mobile. And I'm thinking, who the fuck's that? What are you doing with Darren's phone? Go on, Elton.
Can we cut to my side of the thing?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, go on.
So my phone starts ringing. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I pick it up. And it's a group chat from Darren. I'm like, oh, okay. Silly sausage. I don't know. He does this every now and again. You know, he works in IT, but can't control it.
Yeah, it's a complete mystery to him. But yeah, go on.
And so I answer it, and nobody's there. And I thought, okay, hello. And then I hang up. As I hang up, I see you join. And I'm like, oh, okay. So then I join again. That's why I came in after. And I hear you going, hello? And you sound really confused.
Yeah.
I'm like, you all right? I went, yeah. Fine. I went, silly sod. He's butt dialed, isn't he? Idiot.
Yeah.
And you're like, who are you? And I thought you knew who I was. And so that's why I said, do you want to see where I am?
To which I go, I want to, not where you are, I want to know what you're doing with Darren's, who are you and what you're doing with Darren's phone.
And thus I present
would you like to hear what... Would you like to hear what it was like from my end?
Yes.
So I've gone into like the Messenger and I've seen our messages. And I think there was something in one of those I looked at and I thought I jumped out. Right? I thought I'd just gone, back lock. So I've just put the phone in my pocket. I'm sitting there minding my own business, and I'm kind of like, my mind is not sort of like particularly focused on the fact that I've just been into the messages. So I'm just like concentrating on something from work. And I got quite startled from it because suddenly I could hear voices in the room with me. Right? And I'm like, what the fuck? What?
Yeah.
Where's this coming from?
Yeah.
And then I'm tracing it. It's like, oh, it's coming from my bollocks. What's going on here?
What's going on?
Have my genitals gained sentience? There we go.
Yep.
And no, it's like you guys, and I think I ended the call. I managed to hit something and it ended the call. And then I called back because I thought, no, go back in, you fool.
Yeah.
Tell them it was an accident. Yes.
Yeah.
Which was fun. It livened up a Friday.
It was just such a weird moment. That's what I couldn't get. I couldn't get my head around. Excuse me. It was just 1 minute I'm sitting there getting very cross about work, and then the next minute I'm getting your gurning face telling me you bollock dialed.
Yes.
It's like, what is going on? So I had to take the photo and stick it on the Facebook group of all three of us. There's Elton standing there in a fucking lift shaft. Yep. I'm like, what on earth is this Die Hard? I'm like, what Temu Die Hard?
Yeah, it's a very poor imitation.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm watching Temu Die Hard and someone sitting in a bedroom with the curtains drawn telling me they bollock dialed us.
Yep.
Nice.
See, when you say you saw Elton at the bottom of a lift shaft, I've got this impression of him there, all broken legs and arms, where he's kind of like just, the door's opened and the lift just hasn't been there.
Yeah. Watch that first step. It's a doozy.
Help me! I can smell almonds.
I'm going to jump out of a leg now. Right.
I'm very badly broken.
Yes. I'm pretty sure I could put some weight on it if I try. Jesus. Oh, good Lord.
God bless you. Fucking Mike Myers.
Yeah.
Will
Ferrell. Yes. Right. Okay. That was my week. Yeah. I'm sure we'll have more to talk about at another time, but right now we have to move on. We have to keep moving because I don't want this to turn into another 3-hour midnight marathon. So here we go. Let's do some feedback.
It's feedback time.
Yes. So we feedback. We watched Morbius last week, and while it was
we did, didn't we?
We did. And while it was undoubtedly shit, I think we've recalibrated our shit levels now, thanks to War of the Worlds. So we didn't find it quite as shit as the internet did. So we had some feedback. We had Jeffrey Mark Hyman, who said, I was having a really lousy day before listening to the podcast episode. Thanks for being a bright spot. Also, I didn't predict the discussion of Morbius would end up being that interesting. So there you go. Sean Gleason said, listening to Lee explaining the movie Spider-Verse to Elton was way better than watching the movie. Because, we did go into some depth about the Sinister Six.
Yeah.
Do you remember any of it, Elton?
Not really, I'm afraid, no.
Son of a bitch.
I know, it had a massive impact in my life for them 3 minutes.
Well, there you go. I was going to ask you a question. Anyway, Ian Stead, Spaceship, said, thanks for another wonderful YouTube recommendation, Jim. I don't know if you know this one, and it's Stez Sticks Fix, which is a chap from Bolton fixing random broken electrical stuff.
Yes.
Quotes, I might fix it. I might break it more than it was already broken. I might even make it explode. Who knows?
I'm subscribed already.
You're subscribed to that, are you?
I've been subscribed for a couple of years now.
Oh,
Since before he moved house.
before he moved house.
To prove it,
Mm.
things are solid.
Things are solid.
Yes. That just proves that I have been listening to that, yes.
Okay, I guess I have no context. Okay. Paul Kearns said, I see you want to get your money's worth out of those shit-kicking boots. This is Morbius. Good choice. There's a lot of shit to kick in this movie. Is Jared Leto doing his best to stop being cast in films, but they keep giving him those pesky roles? I could make a better film than this with some plasticine, duct tape, a stick, and some of those random shoes you sometimes mention you find on the side of the road. Ricky Joya says, around 2019, I used to get calls at a previous job from an older disabled veteran lady who asked for DVDs of Morbius daily. For a year, I would tell her that it isn't even in theatres yet. Another year, I told her that it's only in theatres. Then it was back in the theatres. Then it was just not yet. After almost 3 years, I was happy to tell her that our collection had got Morbius DVDs in. She made a noise which can only be described as swallowing the phone and spitting it back up before she told me that she wanted the DVD, and I hope it was worth her wait. She really wanted the DVD. Wow. Okay. Well, Ricky, wow. I hope she got the help she needed.
Never call back again.
Yeah. Andy Placides just put a single GIF of Terry Crews going, "Why?" Which I think sums it up, and I think we can leave it there. That's the feedback section. If anybody else has any feedback for this or any other episode, or you did go back to watch Morbius, by all means, join the Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/the Black Dog Podcast, or send us in some emails via feedback@blackdogpodcast.com, or you can hit me up on Blue Sky if you've been adult verified to talk to me, apparently. If you've got the face of Norman Reedus, you can hit me up on Blue Sky and go to cartoonbeardy.bsky.social and leave me a message. Alan Wilby did, and he left me a joke which I will read out next week. Unfortunately, I already had a few in the chamber. Alan, we'll get that. We'll get there soon enough. Thank you for your message. So, what else? We got a little bit of time left. Yes, I think we have got a little bit of time left for...
There are more questions than answers.
Yes, here we are in Asking for Trouble 2, Electric Boogaloo. So, this week, we have a question from Andy Placides. Who isn't asking me how to pronounce Maginot. And he said, would you rather be left behind on the planet, brackets, your choice, or enjoy your 2 years with each other on a spaceship? Bonus question, what would you substitute potatoes for? Okay, so the question is, would we rather be left behind on the planet of your choice or endure 2+ years with all of us in a spaceship together?
Oh, that's a toughie.
Say that one again, that question.
So, pick a planet.
Yeah.
You can either be stranded on that forever.
Okay.
Or you can just spend 2 years traveling home in a tin can spaceship with the rest of your Black Dog hosts. I think he's generally reading between the lines what he's trying to say here. I think he's trying to cause discussion, division, and general chaos here. But I think I have an answer. But I'll let everyone else go first.
Dangerous,
I have no.
isn't it?
Pick a planet.
Your choice, or endure 2+ years with each other on a spaceship.
See, I'm assuming he means a real planet.
Does he?
If it's fictional planets, that's a different ball game.
Yeah, I was going to say. I'm on. I mean, you know, I like you guys and everything, but 2 years stuck in a tin can of you lot farting away, and I'd just much rather just be on Riser, the sex dungeon planet from Star Trek. I'll be perfectly happy there.
And likewise, are we talking a real spaceship or a fictional one?
Well, yes, I was going to say, what kind of spaceship are we talking? You know, is
I think it's either or from The Martian, isn't it? Either that planet or that tin can.
well, if that was the case, he should have said Mars.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, because
Well-
I put up with you guys for 2 years in close proximity to get away from Mars, but if you've seen Riser in in Star Trek, I think you lot can just get on the tin can, and I'll catch up with you later.
I don't know of this planet.
Okay, I will send you a picture of the average denizen of Riser.
Okay.
And you can carry on answering the question.
This isn't the same lady as last week, is it?
No.
Just
Uh,
checking before I click the click
No. You're fine. No, don't worry. No, the lady with the tattoo is not. No.
Teresa
No.
looking over your shoulder. What's that, Jim? No. Lee sent it to me. Lee sent it to me.
No, not again.
It's Lee's fault.
No. For the love of God, no. I mean, yes. I mean, no. Okay. I'll send you that picture there. There you go. So, Jim, have you got anything to go by?
I'm just waiting for the link to arrive.
There you go. That's your average visit to Riser.
Which
You're
one?
welcome. Which one? Well, let's put it this way: not the one in the Starfleet uniform. That's all I'll say. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah. Oh, hold on. There you go. I'll make the decision a bit more clearer for you. There you go. Anyway, so yes,
Well, that'd be better than Mars.
and certainly better than 2 years stuck in a tin can with us.
Reenacting Red
honest.
Dwarf. Which is what would happen, basically.
Yeah, it would.
It's
It would
been
just
3
be-
weeks arguing who's going to be the cat.
Oh God, Lord! No. I think we all know. We just leave Darren just going around going wow, and just leave him to it.
Cheers, thanks.
Just leave him to it. It's easier. It's easier that way. So, yeah. Elton.
Oh, it's a toughie because I know after 6 weeks, everyone would be sick of everyone, wouldn't they?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It doesn't matter. But on your Todd for, are we talking eternity or?
Well, are you on your Todd? I mean, it wasn't clear.
It wasn't clear. No. I'm happy to go
Mm.
down to that planet. That's fine.
What, the Riser planet?
The Riser planet, yes.
Yep. There you go. See, actually, I tell you what, guys. Let's not go on the spaceship. Let's all strand ourselves on Riser and just have a bloody good time.
Yes.
There you go.
Let's
I
do
think that
that.
answers the question, doesn't it? Then no one gets.
Sorry, break it up. Message not going through.
Yeah.
Up.
Up. Yeah. No.
Up.
Pick us up.
Fisting up.
Cheese goes and crispy. Yeah. So yeah, I think we've solved it. We've solved that problem. Unless Jim,
Yep.
unless you've got anything particularly you want to add to that.
No,
one.
I consider that definitively solved.
Nice. Right. Okay, next one. Murray Christensen said, do you think inept dross like War of the Worlds you reviewed gets greenlit because they're cheap and might go viral, or is it Hollywood is full of finance people who don't understand film?
Yes.
Wow, we're really knocking these answers out the park today.
Certainly are. I did actually watch the pitch meeting for that today, and it is just mwah. It's a work of art. Pitch meeting for fucking Ice Cube's War of the Worlds.
Ice Cube's Gormless staring.
Fucking great. Just we need someone to look emotional. Well, we've got Ice Cube. He's good at frowning.
Yeah, fantastic. Get him in.
It's a toughie because I think I'm cynical about this because if a film is shit, then people lean into it and oh yeah, we meant it to be shit. Well, then it isn't shit. Then if you meant it to be shit, that it garners a different genre.
Yes,
as in so bad it's good.
Yes,
and really, it's just the world today is about likes and clicks, and that's all it's about.
Yeah,
and I hate it. I really do hate it. And that is all these films tend to be about. It's about Amazon bought this film and then put it in their charts and go, look, we've got a number one film, really, because you marketed it like that.
It's just a big advert for Amazon. That's all it is.
It's a load of bollocks.
That bit with the drone. Oh, it's the future of delivery. You actually put that fucking line in this. How really?
But that's the point. Murray's point is: are they doing that deliberately to be deliberately shit, or is it just a crap movie that Amazon's capitalizing on?
I think it gets to a certain point, and then they go, "No, this isn't getting any better. We need to double down on this, and really rinse it for what it's worth."
Yeah.
Yep.
And the problem is, everyone reviews it, and we review it, and then everyone goes, "Oh, this is shit, isn't it?" And Amazon are rubbing their hands, going, "That worked. That's exactly what we wanted. We wanted our name everywhere, and we've done it again." And so, at what point do we turn around and go, "Do you know what? Maybe we don't."
Yeah. Well, that's what I was going to say. The thing I found interesting was there's a reviewer I watch called Jeremy Johns, and he did a review of War of the Worlds, and the first thing that happened was he does a little intro like a little cold opener before he does the actual review, and his first lines out of it was, "I'm not going to turn down that lovely algorithm clickbait," and he literally said it out loud, and it's like, that's it, isn't it? That's exactly it. It's a thing feeding on itself. That you make a terrible film, but instead of doing what old studios used to do, which is hide it all away and go, "Oh fuck, how are we going to spin this?" Amazon have gone the other way and gone, "No, here's a terrible trailer for a terrible movie," and then release it and go, "Ta-da, big and wide." And everyone goes, "What the fuck is this?" And it becomes a part of the conversation, doesn't it? And so everyone goes, "What the fuck is this?" We did, as you say, Elton. Everyone goes, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah.
And everyone wants a piece of that kind of content, clicks algorithm pie. And like I say, Jeremy Johns just literally came out and said it. He said, "I'm not going to turn down fucking, clicks and hits on my YouTube channel. So let's review this bollocks," But he was up front with it. But I think there's a kind of dishonesty here where people are kind of like, "Have you seen this film? It's so shit." And they're almost hoping that it becomes so shit that it becomes a meme so that their content becomes part of the conversation, which that drives up engagement, which drives up clicks so it's utterly cynical. It's like it's the thing we've said before. It's the difference between The Room with Tommy Wiseau and Sharknado, because Sharknado is made with cynicism to be deliberately shit, whereas Tommy Wiseau made a film that he thought it was good and it was hilariously bad. because it
And
was inept.
He
Yeah.
rolled with it after that and said, "Yeah, it was always meant to be a comedy."
Oh yeah,
Fuck
but there's
off.
no way. There's no way. You know, he can say what the fuck he likes, but you know, it's up there on the screen. You know, there's ineptitude of a magnitude way beyond anything like Sharknado or even fucking War of the Worlds. You know, there's the guy doesn't even know where to have sex. He just literally standing there rubbing his knob against her fucking belly button at one point. You know, there's a deliberate ineptitude, and then there's a unknowing ineptitude, and that's the thing. I think Amazon's War of the Worlds, and we're all guilty of it as well. I think we all fell for it. I think we got played in the end.
Yeah.
They had a film they couldn't sell. They couldn't do fuck all with it, so they thought, well, bollocks to it. We'll make it even worse, turn it into an advert, and everyone will talk about it.
But as much as Amazon's name got sent around everywhere, the people that have seen that movie and listened to the reviews of that movie, how many of them do not know about Amazon?
None of them.
So that I can't see how Amazon are profiting from that.
And
I
mean,
mean, also we don't do it for the hits and clicks.
God no.
If we did, then we'd be jumping on absolutely every single movie straight away, straight out the cinema. But this just so happened couldn't do Lego Movie, so we threw something else in there.
Yeah.
And it kind of worked. It was fun. And I don't think we went into it going, we know what this is, guys, don't we? Because I didn't. I really didn't.
No.
But just going back, I what do Amazon get from that? Because all they get is, we're trending our movie on our service. And that's it. That doesn't mean anything. That's like an internal disciplinary hearing where you get told off and a black star next to your name. Okay, great. Doesn't mean anything. If I go somewhere else, doesn't mean anything, does it?
Well, okay. I mean, let's put it this way, yeah. You get people sign up for a month of Amazon Prime Video. You get the putting Prime Video into the general consciousness, the whole no such thing as bad publicity. You get statistics which you can use to sell other products.
Yes.
So, for example, apparently 1.7 million views of War of the Worlds in the first day of release. So that film, which would have any other time just totally disappeared because of the bad word of mouth and the absolute cringe of that trailer, got more views worldwide than it would ever get. And it got it in a day.
Absolutely, yeah.
But then it doesn't matter what the stats are. It doesn't matter what the film is. Amazon go to advertisers and, other film agencies and companies, and they'll go, look, we had an average watch statistic of 100 million hours this week, for example. So then what you've got is you've got 100 million hours instead of 99 million hours or, whatever. But the thing is, the thing got boosted by this stupid film, which in any normal time, nobody would have gone near.
No.
So that's where they're getting the money from. They're getting the money from the statistics that they've spiked. They're getting the algorithms. They're getting people talking about it around the world with reviews saying, have you seen this thing? And then you get curious people signing up to Amazon just for the ironic view.
Yeah, possibly just signing up, but I would think other movie creators and advertisers would be wise on what has just happened. So they'd see a spike in revenue and clicks and click-throughs and go, look, last week we had 80 million click-throughs. This week we had 100 million click-throughs. And so really the advertising team should be looking back on that and going, okay, show us your last 6 months, and as if they're going to get shown the last 6 months, but show us a representation of that. And what else came out that week? Oh, we see one of your films came out that you were hyping up. So you're kind of just bolstering your own numbers.
Yeah, but you're missing the point, Elton. The fact of the matter is, this is what I was saying when we reviewed it, which was now that they've done it and they've got this success once, they're going to do it again.
Yeah.
And again. And the films will get cheaper and shitter. And the word of mouth will continue to barrel roll and spike and inflate and grow. And this is just the tip of the iceberg, I think.
It's Mega Shark versus Giant Octopus all over again.
It is. It's every Asylum movie ever made. That you've got stoners and fucking students at midnight screenings going, put this on because ironically we can laugh at it and do our own Mystery Science Theatre 3000 thing and just heckle it. And you will. And that's what will happen. But so do I think that it was an incompetent movie? Yes. Do I think it was a deliberately incompetent movie? Also, yes. I think it looked like shit because it was made during COVID for cheap. And then they went, well, bollocks to it. Let's release it. And they lent into it. And it's paid dividends, I think. And that's the worst thing that could have possibly done. Ideally, we should have just had them just not watched it. But everyone fell for it. And next time it'll be like, well, did you see the stats? Did you see the stats? What happened last time? And then we'll be up to our fucking neck in, I don't know, fucking 1984, but done with Muppets, or I don't know, something absolutely.
But done in Excel.
Yeah, done in Excel. Yeah. Man sits at TV and writes script, and you see the script happen in the bottom corner with a little monkey or something. I don't know. I mean, it's just got to be something really bizarre. Yeah, when Windows
War and Peace, the
attacks.
NTF.
Yeah,
with starring Bored Ape.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the Harambe story or whatever. I don't know. Just be something.
Story.
Yeah. Anyway, right, we'll leave it there. We'll have a break, and then we'll get into the real meat and potatoes of this podcast, and we'll do the monkey. But yes, if anybody else has any other questions they want to ask us, we're down to the last two, I think, on the list at the moment. Go onto the Facebook group, jump on there, and leave a message underneath the Asking for Trouble Electric Boogaloo thing that's pinned to the top of the features section, which is also next to the Alien Earth featured section, which is also next to the new episode of the podcast section. So you might have to scroll along a little bit. God, why can't we just have wider fucking featured section? It's featured. Show me the featuring rather than just give me two title cards. Arseholes. Fucking Facebook. Anyway, so leave a message and through the usual channels, or on the or by putting it to the bottom of the thread, and we'll get round and answering them. So that's that. Let's roll the jingle, and we will return with the monkey. Wind the key up.
Born from an egg on a mountaintop, the monkeyest monkey that ever hopped. He knew every magic trick under the sun, to tease the gods and everyone and have some fun. Monkey magic, 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 monkey magic.
Right, well, The Monkey is a 1979 Chinese fable movie TV show featuring an egg on a mountaintop. No, sorry, hang on. Ring it back in. It's a 2025 American dark comedy horror, written and directed and even starring Osgood Perkins. Based on the 1980 short story by Stephen King, the film stars Theo James in dual roles as twin brothers whose lives are turned upside down by a cursed toy monkey. The film also stars Titania Maslany, Christian Convey, Colin O'Brien, Rohan Campbell, Sarah Levy, Adam Scott, and Elijah Wood. The film was released February 21st, 2025, making it perhaps after War of the Worlds our most recent movie. It was 98 minutes long, had a budget of $10 million. How much do you think it made at the box office? Jim?
A whole decapitated cheerleading squad.
Yeah. Close thread. Well, I think we're done. Okay. Elton.
1 harpoon to the stomach.
Nice. Darren?
1 blast of very hot steam to the face.
Well, actually, you're all wrong. Actually, it was an entire cannonball to the head. Anyway, yes, okay. So, yes, we'll go around the table. We'll do our usual non-spoiler version. Darren, you picked this, didn't you? So you go last. And Jim, have you seen? You said you've seen this before.
I've seen this before. Yeah.
Okay, so it'll be me and Elton first because we've not seen this before. And I'll start with you, Elton. What did you think of the monkey?
So, never seen this before. Looking forward to it.
Mm-hmm.
I come out, and I'm very sorry for this, very disappointed.
Interesting.
Okay.
Go for it.
And that's not because it's something that I'm not interested in or anything like that. I think the acting is good all the way through it. I think the style of it is very good. It's got the aesthetics that I want and find pleasing, but I think it's missing something, and that something is some sort of plot pushing it along, really. It just... I was really disappointed in this. I had high hopes in this and was, left wanting. So I will leave it there, and hopefully we can dive into it and you guys can talk me round, I'm hoping. Or not. Depends on what side of the fence you guys are on.
Well, I'm kind of in a similar sort of position to you, actually, Elton. I came into this really excited, and Oz Perkins stuff, whether you find it lands or not, I mean, I thought Longlegs was really good right up until the point when the villain is revealed, and then it just kind of nose dives straight off the fucking cliff into camp. Whereas this, I vaguely remember the book, or rather the novel, the short story. And this one, I can't lie, I laughed at the kills. I laughed at the absurdity of it all. I just felt like it kind of didn't quite stick the landing in terms of what it was trying to do, what the point of it was. So I found it more like I think I put it on the Letterboxd review, my personal Letterboxd review. I think I said something like, if Looney Tunes made a horror film, this would be it. Whereas you set your stall out early, and then you just do a series of gags till the credits roll.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of where I feel I was with it. I enjoyed it moment to moment, but by the end of it, I came away thinking, wasn't quite what I was expecting. And I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, but it just wasn't quite, I don't know, it didn't quite land.
Well, it is completely different from all of Oscar Perkins' other movies.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, it's miles away from Longlegs in terms of tone, and it's.
I mean, I think I've seen all his films, which tend to be kind of very atmospheric, quite slow burny, very very subtle, very elegant,
Yes.
elevated horror, to use that terrible term.
Yes.
But you know what I mean? This, if you showed me to it blind, I wouldn't have put it down as an Osgood Perkins film. 'Cause it's
No.
so radically different to everything else he's done.
I would have put it somewhere closer to Sam Raimi, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, then let's get to you then, Jim. What did you think of it on this rewatch?
Well, this is my second time watching it. The first time watching it was kind of, I did struggle with it because I didn't realize it was going to be funny because I went in completely blind. This time, knowing it's funny, I had a lot better time with it, and I could actually appreciate what it was doing. And ironically, actually, on second viewing, I can see how it is an Osgood Perkins film. Some people are calling it a horror comedy, and that's not entirely right.
No.
But it's a splatter black comedy.
Yeah.
And while it does have these kind of splatstick kills, there's an awful lot about grief, death, family relationships. But it's all pitched in just the jettest black humor, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think kind of once you know the sort of the shape of the film, I say I enjoyed it a lot more. It's one of the, it's a very interesting. I don't think anyone's done a splatter black comedy before. I think it's quite unique, actually.
Yeah,
and it is kind of. I felt the second time around I had a better appreciation of the through line of the plot, which is sort of quite subtle. Like the first time we watch it, it's so disorientating. It's hard to get a beat on it. The second time I did, but I'll go into that in the spoiler section.
Yes. Okay.
But cool. Yes, definitely kind of... I mean, I enjoyed it the first time because you're like, well, that wasn't what I was expecting, and I always like a film that surprises me. The second time around, I can see how it all fits together. I've got a more appreciation of it as a film rather than bits that won't make me go, fucking hell.
Yeah. Okay, cool. And Darren, what about you?
I really enjoyed this film. I knew what I was getting into first time I saw it. I saw the trailer. We were watching something else, and this trailer came on, and it's just... I looked at it thinking, what the fuck? Because it does show one or two of the deaths on there. One in particular it sold it to me. Okay, this is going to be one of those lovely little cheap in and out films that I've been watching recently. There's a lot of these that have been out, and I think this is going to be more of the same.
Yeah.
Because 2025 has actually had quite a few sort of, in and out films. That's it. Really quick, get out. Things like The Companion, stuff like that, which I thoroughly enjoyed. And this seemed to be in that sort of, I don't know, there just seemed to be a similar sort of vein, as in the way it looked and the way the comedy was put across. Although this is like, it does bring it up a notch.
Talent for understatement there, Mr. Barnard.
Indeed. I had a good old giggle throughout this film. The thing, I think, and without giving anything away, one of the scenes that made me laugh the most featured the least amount of violence in it. It was just the way it cut to this, it's that kind of thing. What's the worst that can happen? Boom. And it's just like that. I couldn't help it. I just burst out laughing because it was just cut, just lovely. The timing of these, the way the deaths are done, the way they're engineered. It's like there's some scenes you walk into and there are 3 points of execution. And it's like, which one of those is going to be the thing that takes out this person over here? And I'm glad to say sometimes things happen in it and you think the death has happened. And it's like, no, it hasn't. It's
Hmm.
lining it up for something greater,
Hmm.
you know?
Yeah.
So for me, I mean, I know the plot was very, very subtle, but still, if I've got to be honest, these days I'll take feeling entertained over, if the film can make me feel entertained, then if it hasn't got that much of a deep plot, fair enough. I can let it go. The rest of it is executed well, and I thought it was, because I don't normally watch things like Final Destination and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
For me, this did that kind of thing, but better.
Okay.
I thought, because it just was. There were so many little rug pulls in it, and no, like that. Yes.
Okay. Cool. Okay. Well, there's our I would say kind of polarized review there. Darren's firmly on the positive, so's Jim. I'm kind of middling. Elton's not so much. So that's our non-spoiler version. If you haven't seen The Monkey, or you haven't read the novel, though I do think the novel deviates quite a bit, as you say, Jim, then stop right here and go and watch the film. It's only 93 minutes, so you can be in and out in like an hour and a half. And then come back and listen. Otherwise, we are going to spoil the shite out of it. And I think the joy of it, such as it is, depending on how you view those kind of splatter gags, is the surprise. So don't let us ruin it for you. Go and watch the film first. Otherwise, here we go.
Danger. The emergency destruct system is now activated. The ship will detonate in T-minus 10 minutes.
Oh, we'll stop it there.
Shut up, Wesley.
Thank you. So here we are in the spoiler zone. I still haven't made a jingle. I'm going to keep saying that until about Christmas, I reckon. So let's get on to it. So, right, I guess the first question probably is for Elton. What did you expect this film to be? And I'm not saying that as an accusatory thing. I'm just trying to get a sense of where you started off with this.
I was I don't know what I was expecting.
Did you have the oven on? That's what we're really asking.
No, I did not have the oven on. No.
Were you thinking, I'm going to get the oven ready now before I put this film on?
Yeah. Were the potatoes peeled and freshly boiled, ready to rock and roll?
No.
Right.
I was nowhere near that, no.
No.
I was expecting some sort of, I don't know, I suppose what I was expecting is what I got, but in a different fashion. It's really hard to explain. So I knew there was a monkey, and
It's a good clue in the title. Yep, go on.
the toy monkey.
Yep.
And I knew it was very similar to the one in Toy Story 3, which I'm sorry is a much better representation and much creepier than what I got.
Well,
in
there's a story
this.
behind that.
Go for it.
Because the one in Toy Story is the actual real toy monkey with the symbols.
Yeah.
That is a real toy you can buy, and it's been around, I think, since the 40s in various forms.
Yeah.
When they made the Toy Story films, they bought the copyright to any toys featured in it. And when it came to making The Monkey, because the original King short story is about one of those symbol monkeys, they had to change it and redesign it. Because Disney now own the copyright to the actual monkey the story's based on. And the one that you see in the Toy Story films. So they...
Okay.
Yep.
Well, there you go.
But remind me of the Toy Story one in a minute. But I I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. That's my answer. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay. That's cool.
Because I was
Go on.
was I expecting death? I was expecting a curse of some such, and then bad stuff happens to people, and that's what I got. But it was so toned down from what I was expecting. I think the humour ruined it for me. Where,
Interesting.
Darren, you say about the Final Destination, and this is so much better than the Final Destination. Now,
No, it's the kill setup. The way, for me,
yep,
because it is so batshit crazy, right? And so, like, well, how is that going to take that person out? And then it's like, oh, so this kettle is going to boil. The steam is going to wet the paper up there, which is holding on to something. The clip is going to come off it, hit this thing over here, knock this coffee jar, then go down onto these golf balls. You're going to roll along, knock the arm of this thing, which is going to go around and tap the trigger of this spear gun, and then woof.
yeah, it's the Rube Goldberg machine, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's that. That's the thing I found. I loved that. I just this and the
See-
randomness, like the bloke impaled to the fucking tree with a surfboard. It's like, what? For me, that makes me laugh, right? I mean, it's dark, but fucking hell, I'm sitting there laughing at it because my brain can't quite comprehend what I'm seeing.
See, yeah, I think that's the problem I had. Whereas it's been a long, long time since I've seen Final Destination. But I remember exactly this. The deaths are exactly the same. Where this happens, and 3 or 4 times throughout the scene, you'll go waiting for the death to occur, and it doesn't happen. And so it moves on and moves on, and moves on, winds you up a little bit, brings you up to a crescendo, and then the death happens, and you're like, "Oh, wow, well done, that was fun." And you have a fun experience during that. Whereas this, one of the worst ones for me is where the lady's head is on fire and she runs into the for sale sign outside.
I love that. It's just like, what?
That's the problem. You're thinking, what? That's great. And I'm thinking, what?
Interesting.
I don't know why, though. I feel really bad and mean about this, but
why?
okay.
No, don't feel bad and mean. It's subjective. That's the thing, right? This is just like comedy, right? It's dark.
Well, it is comedy. That's the problem, isn't not the problem. That's the issue, isn't it?
And comedy is subjective, right?
Yeah.
So for me, right, I mean, Lee will agree with me on this, right? I mean, we both laugh at if somebody's running away and somebody throws something and it takes, like, you see it go through the air and you just see it hit them on the head, like about 400 yards down the road. You see a that.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. That's got me and Lee creased up laughing at it, right?
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
This is it. Other people will go, why are you laughing at that? And it's just the timing. It's that, it's coming.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's just something wonderful about that.
It's the what was it?
The black dynamite thing of, I threw that shit before I came in the room.
Yes, exactly, yeah. Or
there's was it Hot Fuzz, right? With the you see the car going down the field, and it just suddenly you hear, whack, and then it just fucking just hits the tree,
just trundles off to the tree. Yeah,
it just stops dead.
Yeah, yeah, just bumps into the tree and just kind of rocks to a stop, and all you can hear is
exactly.
Yeah,
right? Now that to me is fucking hilarious, right? But to other people sitting there watching it, it may not be.
Yeah.
Right? This is it. I like that kind of slapstick. That it's just, I don't know what it is about that scene. It's or stuff like that. It really fucking just tickles me.
Yeah.
You know, I can't even. I
I'm
don't
glad
even know
it
what
does.
it is.
I'm glad other people
Yeah.
find it amusing. I don't know if it's the slapstick. I think I might have had problems with other films where it's a bit too slapstick for me.
Yeah.
But I've
I know-
found other stuff highly amusing.
I
on
know
other
people
movies.
that don't get slapstick, right? They just don't understand slapstick at all, and it just doesn't work for them.
Hmm.
Whereas more subtle humour does, you
Yeah.
know. With me, I go quite across the board with it. I can go, slapstick, and I can also go things like, an Eddie Izzard ramble. I find that, there's stuff there like the whole Death Star Cantina thing, right? That's not slapstick. That's a conversation between two people, and I'll find that really funny.
Yeah.
A lot of it, though. Do you think perhaps maybe, Elton, that a lot of it has to do with the context? And what I mean by that is, if you're watching something like Airplane, which has similarly surreal moments, not necessarily as gory, but surreal.
Yeah.
But you've got a comedy, that will land better than when you're watching a horror film. And the only reason I say that is because, and I'm sure I've told the story on the podcast before, but I took my first ever girlfriend out to the cinema. She wanted to go see something, and I couldn't think of anything to see. So I picked the bloody Evil Dead 2, which was at the cinema. And I hadn't seen any reviews of it at all. And I went in there thinking, oh, we're going to go and see a proper, guts and gore horror film.
Mm-hmm.
What I wasn't expecting was fucking Three Stooges skits and a man chasing his hand around a fucking hall, and with jokes like catching a hand, putting it in a bucket, and then holding the bucket down with a book saying farewell to arms. And my girlfriend at the time, she was pissing herself laughing, and I'm sitting there going, "Shut up! It's supposed to be a horror film. Shut up!" And I found that the context of the fact that it was supposed to be a horror film, and I'm sitting there going, "You're not supposed to be laughing,"
Yeah.
kind of ruined it for me. And it wasn't until much, much later on when I think the second one came out on VHS or something like that, and a bit like The Matrix, I watched it again with fresh eyes and without, knowing, as Jim said, knowing what you were getting, and you kind of go, oh, all right then, I'm with you.
Knowing what you're getting does make a difference, and I found that many, many times before. I don't think it was that, though. I think I got what I was expecting, but what I got just didn't tickle me as much as it should have done.
Fair enough.
I think I was... I think it's the comedy aspect of it. Plus, also that the plot was just... it felt all over the place a little bit.
Well, let's talk about the plot, guys. We're going over to sort of Jim and you, Dal. I mean, what do you think the plot is? Because I have a few issues on the plot myself. I enjoy the comedy. I'll just say that up front. But how do you feel about the plot? Does it matter? Was the plot anything to write home about? Did it not matter? I mean, because the book has got, well, rather the novel has a pretty straightforward subtext underneath it, and I just wondering what you guys thought with this one, because I felt this was quite weak, and I'm with Elton on this one. But over to you guys, over to the positive corner. Jim, let loose.
I think the plot is it has more depth second time round. The first time it felt it was just a means to bridge the set piece deaths. The second time around, there is kind of this idea of death, grief, attachment, and it's not a narrative where there's lots of like plot points but it is about sort of tone and feeling and sort of reflecting on quite dark stuff. And really, the central through line isn't the monkey per se; it's it's the effect the monkey's had on him, and the fact fear of death has stopped him forming attachments to anyone else in case the monkey kills them.
Yeah.
And the sort of through line of the plot is his relationship with his brother and his son, which contrast each other. And it does just seem to, the film at first time I watched, I enjoyed it, but I felt the plot was just there to put the set pieces together. The second time it does actually come, there is a moment of resolution at the end, an emotional resolution. And it kind of, I say the second time it's so unlike an Osgood Perkins film, if you've seen any of his other movies. But on the second watch, I could actually start seeing it as an Osgood Perkins. It does have this sort of subtle, slow burn, sort of stuff to it. I think probably if I watch it a third time, I'll really love it even more because more bits will just slot into place. Because it is very, I think it hides a lot underneath the splatter, shall we say? Okay. But yeah, I mean, it's one of those. It's kind of. I say it is an odd one, though, because I don't think anyone's done this sort of jet black splatstick comedy before. I've seen all different sorts of horror comedies. I think this is kind of in a field of its own, and tonally it is a bit weird. And I totally understand while, the plot can come off as undercooked.
Yeah.
But there is stuff going on in there, but it's not a big flashy plot. It's more of an art house plot. Not a lot happens. It's about relationships, basically.
Yeah.
And a bit reflective. So it's an odd one like that because you've got kind of, grand splatstick deaths, which, I mean, the one that still breaks me is the swimming pool one.
Oh,
God, yeah.
It's the inclusion of that leg being thrown at him.
Yeah.
It's just fucking hilarious. But there's other stuff going on beneath that is a lot more like kind of like an art house film where it's all about dysfunctional families and dysfunctional relationships, and not a lot happens. There's a lot of things left unsaid and things left hanging. You know what I mean? It's all about what doesn't happen rather than what does happen.
Yeah.
So it is an odd beast, the monkey, certainly. And I can understand why it doesn't land for everybody, because I think it is. Because it is. I think it's in a field of one. I can't think of another film that's kind of like this, that has kind of those, that melds quite extreme bits of cinema together into a demented package of its own.
Okay. Now, do you have anything you want to throw in on that one, on the plot itself?
I mean, I see what the plot is. It's more. I mean, there is the whole thing about grief in there, but there's a large dose. I mean, the driving force behind it is revenge as well, because the brother blames his brother for killing the mother, and it's like, well, was the monkey actually responsible for that, or did she just die of an aneurysm? Was this the monkey doing it? And I would say it might be that she just died from an actual aneurysm rather than the monkey inducing it, because the death wasn't crazy enough. There was no big lead up to it. There's no run up to the final, like the punchline. Each death is like a joke. It's got a lead up to it, and then it's got the punchline. And her death didn't have a lead up. It just had her. It just had her dying.
Well, this go on. Sorry,
it was interesting. I like this theory.
Yeah, it wasn't for show. That's the thing. And the monkey makes sure it's all for show. That's it. If you're going to go out, you're going to go out big style.
I mean, because the thing I remember from the plot of the novel.
It's a short story, and it is very brief.
I was going to say, isn't it part of like the Bachman books rather, or the Skeleton Key? I think
Skeleton Crew.
Yeah,
it's a very brief story, but you wind up the monkey, somebody dies. That's it.
but it's about a kid's guilt and associating something that has no association, and the twist. Spoiler for a book from 1980 something, but. The twist is that the kid's constantly feeling guilty about the monkey and the monkey banging the cymbals, and whenever it does, sometime maybe right away or maybe in a couple of hours or something like that, someone will die. And it's just a kid's point of view of a kid seeing correlation where there is none. And it only becomes the twist is when basically they throw it in a lake, if I remember correctly, didn't they, Jim? Something like that.
I think so.
It's
a while since I read it. I meant to reread it before this podcast, and I completely forgot. I'm sorry.
It's
I meant to get the
terrible,
back off the shelves and forget.
I was going to say I would rebuke you for not doing any homework for the podcast, but let's be honest, we haven't done any homework for this podcast in nearly 19 years. But the if I remember correctly, and like I say, I may be entirely wrong, but my remembrance was that it was always kind of implied that it was just in the kid's head until the very end, and he throws it in a lake. And as he throws it in the lake, you hear the monkey's cymbals go, and then the kid later sees in the newspaper that every single fish in the lake died. And it's kind of like,
yes, that is it. I've just got the Wikipedia summary
is
of
it?
That is exactly how it dies. Well remembered, sir.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I don't remember fucking anything else about it. I just remember the bit about the fish. And it's just like, oh, right, okay.
No, you're right. It has two brothers, and they find this monkey, which belonged to their father, and the lead character begins to associate that every time the monkey claps its cymbals, a death or a tragedy follows.
Yeah. But like
Darren they throw it into a dry well, like in the movie. Then years later, as a grown-up, it does reappear again.
Right.
And they say they throw it into a lake. And the story ends with a newspaper clipping saying hundreds of fish in the lake are dead.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. But the point is, it's kind of sold as it's the kid feeling guilt for the death of people around them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a pretty strong hook.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not in this film.
That shows kids learning responsibility for their actions.
And whereas the film seems to kind of, I don't know, it seems to treat the monkey as a curse visited upon the family.
It doesn't even feel like a curse because it is a random death.
No, but the dad at the beginning has it, doesn't he? He has the monkey and he's trying to get rid of it. Adam Scott trying to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Next thing you see, he's trying to flamethrower the fucking thing, isn't
Was that the dad?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
I couldn't work that out. I thought that was how the film was going to end.
Oh, I see. No, he was playing. Oh God, was it? He was
because he was called Petey, wasn't he?
That's right, Captain Petey Shelbourne.
Yeah,
and then one of the boys was called Petey.
Yes,
yep.
And they say he's named after his dad.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I missed that.
And yeah, the son, wasn't it? It's the Theo James's son, Petey, named after his dad who went missing. And the dad goes missing. You don't really know what happens to him, but you can only imagine. As soon as he set fire to the bloody monkey, I can only imagine there was some comic explosion in the middle of the street for no discernible reason.
Yeah, he's halfway to the moon now.
Yes, he's just a pair of boots and just this flaming rocket heading skywards. Yeah, so it was kind of the monkey in this was kind of seen as a curse that was passed from father to son, and the fact that the evil brother or the disturbed brother was trying to get Petey to turn it so the curse would pass onwards. Kind of skewed the sort of direction of the story for me. Not that I was thinking about the original story at the beginning, but it's that whole thing of what is the monkey representing? What is he actually doing? What is it? Is it the sins of the father passed to the son or whatever? What are they trying to do? And that's the thing I think kind of threw me a bit, because it was kind of the monkey was whatever the was a MacGuffin for whatever needed to happen in that plot right at that particular point.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it's a curse we've got to get rid of. Actually, it's not. It's a thing that's just cursed and will kill people, so we got to hide it away in case it kills other people. And then it's like, oh no, it's come back, and now Petey has to take control of it, because if he takes control of it, we're all free, sort of thing. And it's just like, no offense, but pick a fucking lane. And that's how I felt story-wise. But like I say, I strongly say that I found the humor was great, but it was just a moment of, okay, what is this thing then? And that kind of, I don't know, just kind of kicked the legs from under it, because there was no rules or rhyme or reason to the plot. It was just kind of like, we've got this monkey, don't wind it up. Oh, you've wound it up. Oh, something's died. And it does kind of go to that final destination thing that Darren was talking about. You're just really kind of just sitting there going, oh, what's going to happen now? What's going to happen now? And that's not a plot. That's just a funhouse ride. And that's fine if that's what you were expecting. And I think I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting silly kills, but I was kind of expecting, maybe because of Osgood Perkins, I was kind of expecting something with a little bit more underneath the surface. And like I say, I'm not a fan of how Longlegs wrapped up, but the rest of it, I thought was bloody well executed, atmospheric dread and horror. And to find him doing essentially a Looney Tunes cartoon with don't worry about the monkey. It's a thing. It's over there. It does a thing. Just don't wind it up.
Yeah.
That was what threw me, I think, because there was just no rhyme or reason to any of it, and there was not that there needs to be, but there was no deeper thing driving it.
Yeah, I think there was moments that just took me out of it as well. So there was one death where there was a neighbour looking over a fence, and he gets covered in blood. And I can't remember what the death was.
Lawnmower.
That was the deaths that happened with the real estate.
Okay, so the lawnmower one. And then he took a swig from his drink. And all I could take from that moment was, why would you want to drink your drink covered in blood? But I know that's the slapstick thing there.
It's that whole thing of being so numb.
Yeah.
And that's it. It's just like, this is what society has become. This is what, this is that whole thing of, I've seen worse.
Yeah.
Right.
Pretty
Or
much
alternatively, I'm covered in blood. I think I need a drink now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or they're my neighbours when I was trying to take that shed down and I stepped on that nail. I mean, it's the same thing.
Yeah. It's all of that, but I struggled to grasp what that was. And I think that's the problem all the way through it. There was another one where the woman got shot in the face opening that door. There was the monkey, and he went, no, and it was already done. And it was so quick.
Yep.
You don't have time to appreciate what's going on. And for me, it was just there you go, another person killed for why?
For no reason, as in it's a random death. The monkey just chooses. That's it.
Yeah.
There is no rhyme or reason to who gets killed.
Oh no.
And this is what kicks off the big temper tantrum getting near the end, because Theo James tries to get it to do what he's been trying to get it to do all this time.
Was he
Yeah.
playing both brothers?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, he
Okay.
was.
Okay.
And the reason he had the monkey, the reason he kept turning the key, because he's like, I'm just doing this on the hope that my brother is going to buy the fucking farm,
Mm.
which
Yeah.
is why he kept turning the key, and which is why he got, what happens if I get
Yeah.
Petey to turn
Well,
the
that's
key?
it. One, because he phones his brother to come and clear out his aunt's house, supposedly to see if she has the monkey. He knows she doesn't have the monkey because he's got it. And as soon as he gets back into town, his brother starts turning that key like a bastard.
Yeah.
And hence you have all the real estate deaths, and it's escalating towards the end when they're driving away from the house. Like half the town's on fire, and there's people dead everywhere. There's a crashed plane and stuck out of one building.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's completely out of control at this point.
It's almost
Which
like
is something
it
I didn't
started the
pick up on my
apocalypse.
first viewing.
Yeah.
I mean, I say there is a lot more going on in the plot, but it's very subtle. And the second time round, it's kind of, oh right, I see how this fits together. And it is that kind of that real estate death. That's there to tell you that shit's is hit the fan.
Yeah.
That you know what I mean? Things are escalating. Someone's got the monkey and is turning the key, and what's more, they're turning it and keep turning it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's there. That side of the plot's there. It just seemed like it was how can I put it? It was more like it was just done. It went from horror with a plot to comedy for the hell of it, and it's just I don't know. I just kind of lost the story thread, shall we say?
It went.
Well,
a
the
bit
deaths do pull your attention on the first viewing very, very gravitationally, I would say.
Oh yes, for sure, for sure. You're sitting there going, "Well, what the fuck?" And by the time you've done what the fuck, the story's moved on. It's like, what? Sorry, what were we going to say?
It just went a bit strange and a bit weird. Once the aunt's house had been cleared out, and that guy had got that family had got the one that got killed by the wasps or the bees.
Yeah.
That family had the monkey.
Yeah,
And then I don't know. Then he didn't have the monkey. I must have missed something there, because all of a sudden he didn't have the monkey, and then he was chasing the monkey. And I was like, okay, I must have missed something there, but it must have been a brief thing. But maybe it was because I was thinking of other deaths, and I was like, why is that person dying? I don't understand. But I know it's a random thing, but it's weird because then it all shifted to the brother having a lair in, was it a hospital or somewhere like that?
yeah.
So all of a sudden now he's got a lair in a hospital. It's what? How and why are two questions I pose there.
Yeah.
And so it all felt a bit unhinged and not quite together.
Yeah.
And they needed to get rid of the guy with the weird haircut, and so they're like, bees. Okay, what are you going to do with that? And the branch leaning down. Why is the branch leaning down? It doesn't just lean down like that. It's all so wrong for me, I'm afraid.
Okay. That's cool.
I feel like I'm bashing it. I'm going to shut up because I'm bashing it for no reason.
Good Lord. He's bashing it, everyone.
Yeah.
Point at him. Point at him some more. Okay. I've been giving it a kick in as well. So let's go the other way. The most creative kills. Which one did you enjoy the most?
well, mine, the one that I enjoyed, the one that just gave this involuntary laugh that I couldn't help. It just came out.
Yeah.
And that was the two boys are sitting there after the funeral and he's going, turn the key. Go on, turn the key. Just do it. And as he says that, it's like a picture of Uncle Buck on the wall there. And it's, how did he die? Well, he got trampled by 166 wild horses. And it's like, what? And he goes, yeah, there was, when they found his body and they poured him out, there was really nothing left of him. And you see him open the fucking, the sleeping bag, and it's just like mincemeat.
Yeah. That's what didn't they say something like that? It was like someone has smashed a bottle of bolognese sauce or something.
Yeah, but it's just that timing, the way that cut. Right? Yeah, there are a lot of people who don't get that sort of timing right.
Yeah,
but this it was so. Because when I first saw it, I wasn't expecting that to happen.
Yeah,
and it's just like dong. Just this.
Yeah, I go along with that. I those kind of comedy elements, they do make me laugh. I mean, I like even just that random bit of the guy coming down, which is Osgood Perkins sitting down and going, "Hey kid, I'm going to take best care of you I can," but you know what I'm like, Once I sit down, I don't want to get up.
Yeah,
we did our best.
Is the worst.
Yeah, our best is the worst. And when I sit down, I don't want to get up. And by the way, we're swingers, so there's that as well. Just like completely random. I was just like, okay. And that's when I thought I was getting the tone of it. It was just like, okay, we're not in sort of like sensible horror story time anymore. We're into Looney Tunes, and the like I say, the bit when it's just like dong, it's like brilliant. I love that. I did laugh out loud at that.
Yeah.
Did anyone know? Yeah, go on.
The one other one as well. The randomness. They're sitting in the car, and there's the woman running along with the pram on fire. So fucking hell.
Well, that's the thing. The randomness of some of the gags, they were throwaway sight gags. Yeah, and I appreciate them on their own, but not within the story. But yeah, the random lady just running around pushing a trolley that's on pushchair that's on fire. But
yeah, and the cheerleader coach.
Yeah, the cheerleader coach. Yeah,
just yeah,
yeah. What about you, Jim?
I mentioned there's. I mean, I do like the cheerleader ending. That was the perfect end to the film.
Yeah,
but it's the swimming pool.
Yeah.
Oh God,
There's the whole setup with the air conditioning and what leads the air conditioning being turned on, and it slowly works its way off the roof. And you got a fair idea what's going to happen. But it's just the execution of it, the way she dives in and it just explodes, and then you just get that leg thrown at him.
Yeah, yeah.
The leg was just the icing on the cake, chef's kiss.
Yeah.
It'd been a brilliant kill otherwise, but just having that leg being like hurled at him was fucking hell. It just still cracks me up. I'm a terrible person for laughing at
no, not at all.
But it's just almost like Reeves and Mortimer comedy. You know what I mean? It's just that touch of kind of.
Yeah,
it's the way he actually. The second time I watched it, it's Theo James's reaction. It's like a leg. But the other thing I really like in the ant's death is when she runs out the hallway. You get this shot of her burning in the sunglasses worn by the bear.
Oh God!
Which I think is a great moment in cinematography history. Did you think that bear's going to have something to do with it?
Yeah. It's just the way it's almost like he's just watching her pass by. Like, what the fuck is this? Yeah, I was going to say the one that I mean, apart from the Osgood Perkins, just 1 minute. What's the worst that can happen? Dong. I think I think the one that got me was actually the shotgun. The shotgun
God,
falling
yeah.
out and falling out of the rack and shooting the woman as she opens it, and she just basically, it's not even like slightly being shot. She literally just turns into mist, and then Theo James spits out a finger, and it's just like, oh my god, it's just like, what the fuck am I watching? And then the kid's like standing outside going, "Is everything all right?" And he's going, "Yeah, it's all right. It's okay. Everything's fine." It's like
the
really?
babysitter death as well.
Yes.
The slow head turn towards the kid. And then
Yes.
Just
Well, funny enough, about the babysitter, did you get a name?
I can't remember.
Nah. See, that was the first thing I went, oh, we are properly paying homage to Stephen King stuff. Her name was Annie Wilkes.
That's right.
Oh.
Lead character in Misery.
That's correct.
Mm.
And I was like, ooh, okay, I'm liking that. And so I was kind of like, that's when I thought, oh, we're all right. We're in for a bit of a fine time. But like I say, it all just kind of, the wheels kind of came off when it lent too much into the comedy for me. But I just, yeah. Right. Anyway, I'm now into giving it a kick in. Darren, do you want to just talk a bit more what you thought about it? Because I mean, obviously the comedy's there. Go for it.
I think. Let's see now. It's the combination of the whole thing that works for me. Like I said earlier, with things like a weak plot, if the film just genuinely entertains with what I see in front of me, then I can give it points for that. And this does get points from me for the sort of like the execution of the deaths, the lead up to it, the timing. The timing in this is just superb. Everything, just the way it's just paced for things like the deaths and the reactions.
Yeah.
They're sort of, what? It's that every time with people.
Yeah.
It's like the whole disbelief of what am I seeing here,
Yes. Yeah.
So I think, again, with things like the swimming pool death, just that reaction, with the leg and stuff. For me, it just made it was just fun to watch. And I just loved the craziness of it.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I suppose it's possible that something like that could happen, but fucking hell. If that was real life, that would have to be one heck of a set of, coincidences coming together like this. So, maybe.
Mm.
So, I'd say for me, the film is a lot of fun. I mean, I know it's bizarre to say that considering the subject matter, but it is. Yeah. It's a lot of fun, and I think I got as much fun out of it this time as I did last time. Cool. I spotted, saw a few more things in it that I think I didn't, like really getting the whole thing about the brother wanting the other brother dead, because I don't remember that. But that's fine. It's there,
Okay. Cool. And what about you, Jim?
So I think it's a very the kills are just bloody hilarious.
Yeah.
So I say they kind of just really almost satirize the Final Destination sort of thing, kills by happenstance.
Yeah.
But I think I enjoyed the film a lot more second time round. As I say, things do fit together, and there's things you don't notice because the kills do dominate on your first viewing.
Yeah.
So it's an odd beast of a film, but it's kind of I do like a film that's different, and this ticks all the boxes of being very bloody different indeed.
Yes.
Probably not an easy film to love for most people, but that's not a bad thing, to be honest.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll be intrigued to watch it again, because I think there's I think there's lots of things just hidden in there to be teased out, as it were. Because he is a smart man, Osgood Perkins. But I mean, I picked up a lot more this time around as kind of the comedy and the dialogue, whereas the first time it was the comedy of the kills dominated. You know that line from the uncle, we chose a lifestyle that meant that when we sit down, we don't have to get up again unless we want to.
Yes.
I've got a question, by the way.
I can really relate to that, as probably most parents and pet owners can.
Yeah, definitely. Go on, Dal.
Yeah. Do we think that the police officer that interviewed the main character was one of the girls that bullied him while he was at school? Because I'm pretty sure that was the same character.
Yeah. Oh, interesting. Possibly.
Well, I mean, there's lots of stuff like that where you think, okay, that's the sort of thing, you would put into a story. And it would, yeah. So,
and another thing as well, the actual aunt in that. Oh no,
yes,
no.
Go on.
No, forget it. Sorry, I'm going completely off the rails with that one there because it's like no, because the girl was the main girl was the main gang leader was his age, so it's not going to be.
Yes,
I'm just thinking of the glasses that they were wearing, and they were very sort of similar, if I remember right. But
full tinfoil hat.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going down that route now.
Yeah. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't go down that route. Cool. I mean, I think the whole thing with is the policewoman the one who was I don't know, the policewoman was the one who was interviewing her, was one of the ones who bullied him.
Yeah.
I mean, all of that kind of stuff is the sort of thing that you would get in a Stephen King film. Or a Stephen King story, because that's the sort of thing he does. Small town America and shit all comes back, and people dealing with bullies and that sort of thing. You get that a lot. So it wouldn't surprise me, but again, it's that sort of thing where the story kind of takes a back seat for the kills and the comedy. And you're sitting there going, that would have been a really interesting wrinkle that he's having to come back to town. I mean, why has he isolated himself from everyone?
Because he believes he's the key to these deaths.
But he constantly mentions the fact that the monkey is the thing that kicks them off, and they got rid of the monkey.
Yeah, he got rid of the monkey, but he's also having very limited contact with anyone else, so the monkey has no reason to find its way back to him because he has no targets it can mess with him through, as it were.
Yeah.
And it's that fear of that if he gets close to somebody, you'll suddenly find that monkey will turn up and they will die.
Yeah. Hello?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, sorry. It sounded like you were going to say something else, Jim. That was all. Sorry. Okay. I think I just would have preferred a little bit more of that meat on that bone, because to me that didn't come across particularly clearly. I got the fact that he thought that he was cursed because of the monkey, but once the monkey was gone, I kind of didn't quite get why he was. He obviously married a woman, had a kid, and then abandoned the kid and wouldn't go anywhere near them for from 1 year to the next. And it's like, how does that work if you think you're cursed? How do you have that relationship? What's going on there? And it's just little things like that where it's kind of like the film almost kind of doesn't want you to noodle into the corners because they just want you to go along for the laughs. And I'm fine with that, but up to a point, I want something to carry it along. Even Airplane had a story about trying to rescue the plane and land it. You know what I mean?
He does give you the origin of Because he says, "Oh, you think I had a normal life," and it actually wasn't like that. It was kind of he got knocked up. And there was a shotgun wedding, if I remember rightly. So they were never actually sort of. He never sort of settled down, been happily married, and had a kid. It hadn't worked out like that. Or he'd had a kid by accident and got like strong armed into a marriage, and then fucked off as soon as he could.
Okay. I just thought he was.
I picked up on the second viewing, if you know what I mean.
Gotcha.
So I think the first few you are just reading from kills.
Yes, I think that's safe to say. I think is after an hour of shocking heads killed, heads exploding from cannonballs, people being killed at sushi bars, harpoons, surfboards flaming. I mean, fucking death turns up in the horse at the end. I mean, Christ Almighty, he just rocks up looking like, oh God, could you just give me a fucking minute off?
Will you leave the monkey alone? I'm worked off my feet here.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's the other question, isn't it? I guess the final thing is that they finally accept that they've got this monkey and they won't get rid of it, which leads to this kind of the old phrase, get the monkey off your back, or, accept the monkey. What does that mean? I don't even know what that means. Are they accepting it and they're just going to hold on to it and never use it again? Or,
well, the crucial point, he says, let's go dancing.
Mm.
Which means he's finally he's reconnecting with his own past and his mother, and he's willing to reconnect with his son because he has control of the monkey. They can be the guardians of the monkey. I mean, sure, no one turns the key, and it's sort of neutralized. When he realizes that can be done, or he's going to take a chance that that can be done, you say it unlocks something in him, and it's kind of, he has that memory of, I say, dancing with his mum. That's why he says to his son, "Let's go dancing."
Yeah,
it's a very small, subtle moment, and it's kind of, I'll admit, passed me by on first viewing, but second viewing, it was like, that's brilliant. And then they drive off, not into the sunset, but into the smoking skyline of the town, and then you get the school bus, and cheerleader wipeout.
Yeah,
Fade to black, done.
Fade to black, done.
Perfect.
Nice. Okay. Dow, have you got anything else you want to add?
No. That's me done.
Okie dokie.
It's midnight. No.
No. Yeah, exactly. Midnight 01. The answer is no. The London jury, they say no. Okay, cool. Elton, any last thoughts?
No, I'm good, thank you.
No, that's fair enough. Okay, fair enough. All right then. Well, in which case, if anybody else has got anything they want to add about the monkey, if there's anything they think we've missed, anything they want to bring up, then by all means, you know the routes. The Facebook group, leave a message under the episode. Facebook, send an email to feedback@blackdogpodcast.com, or you can hit me up on Blue Sky at the usual place, cartoonbeardy.bsky.social. Right, before we wrap it up, it is time to find out what film we're getting next. Now, Elton by proxy has given us one of the worst films we've ever reviewed, but Elton for reality is going to give us a different one.
This is very true, yes. It's been a while since I've actually chosen a film and it's actually stuck and we've actually done it.
Yes, yeah.
So,
I mean, that's not your fault, in fairness. I mean,
Oh, one of them was.
Well, no.
But, yeah, I have decided to do a 9-hour epic movie because, screw it. I've missed out.
Fuck you, dude. Pick 90-minute Men in Black. Yeah, we're done. Thank you very much. Go on.
No, the movie I have chosen is 1 hour, 10 minutes long.
Okay.
So it's a nice in and out one, but you may need to pay attention to it. It's on Amazon Prime. Lee, I know you've seen this movie. And it is 2020's Beyond the Infinite 2 Minutes.
Okay, cool. Beyond the Infinite 2 Minutes. Is it South Korean or is it Chinese? I can never remember. Anyway, Beyond the Infinite 2 Minutes. Have you heard / seen this film, Jim?
No, I have not. I have no idea what I'm letting myself in for.
Okay, that's good. Do not read up about it. Go in completely blind.
Yes,
Darren.
I recommend.
Yeah, definitely. Darren, have you heard or seen this film?
I was up until this moment unaware of its existence.
Fan-fucking-tastic. Oh, well, this next week's going to be, next week he's going to be sponsored by Bako Foil. Bako Foil for all of your crazy fucking ideas. Yes, I have seen this. I bloody loved it. I'm quite excited to watch this again, knowing how it plays out.
Cool.
Which kind of ties in with the monkey in some respects, because what Jim was saying, the more you watch it, the more you get out of it.
Yeah.
So that's kind of thematically on point. Well done, Elton.
Cool.
I know you meant that all along.
Absolutely, yes.
Absolutely.
that was my plan all along.
That was your plan. Right. Okay, then. Cool. So next week we will be back here. Hold on, just make sure I'm definitely going to be back here. Checks the dates. Yes, I'm going to be back here for Beyond the Infinite 2 Minutes. Yes, and we will be reviewing that. That is on Amazon Prime.
That is on Amazon Prime, yes.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. Cool. Okay, well, we shall do that. So it's over to Pimp's Corner. Jim, what's happening in Hypnagoria Land?
This week I've just reviewed a movie called Monster Island, which is a Singapore/Indonesian monster movie set in World War II.
Okay.
And this week there'll be a reading of a spooky tale about a rather sinister tree, I believe.
Nice. Okay.
It might be an episode on Robert Eggers' Nosferatu, but that very much depends on how hot it is this week. Other stuff going on in my life. But
Okay.
the Nightmares of Nosferatu is coming back. I have a fuckload of notes to turn into audio.
Oh, yes.
On the Robert Eggers movie. So that will be, if not this week, next week. Maybe.
Brilliant.
Depending on stuff.
Occasion. Subject to terms and
Subject to
conditions.
stuff, yes.
Excellent. Brilliant. Okie dokie. Well then, Elton, what about you, sir?
Nothing to speak of at the moment. If you want to listen to my dulcet tones, then please head over to rogue2media.com. Or if you have 2 minutes, go give the Black Dog podcast a little like and review over iTunes or wherever you listen to this.
Oh, bless you, young man. Bless you. Excellent. Well, Darren, as ever, I ask the question, knowing the answer. Are you going to bollock dial us?
No, I'm going to try not to. Anyway, but you know, my bollocks are out of control. They just do their own thing, man.
Exactly. They fucking tap dance on those keys like fucking Tom Hanks in Big.
They certainly do. Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, and next time you hear us, it won't be this cast. It'll be the Alien Earth for episode 4, I believe.
Yeah, it will.
Yeah, will.
Yeah,
we will be back. The three of us will be back again to review episode 4, which I have no idea what it's called, but we will see how it goes and see if our leather-clad alien friend gets another outing. We'll see how it goes. We'll be back for Alien Earth episode 4. I think we're recording on Thursday, if that's okay with everyone.
Yep, it's good by me.
Yeah, it should be fine.
Fantastic. Well, we'll do that then. Brilliant. So until then, or if you decide to skip the Alien Earth ones until next Tuesday, take care, and we'll speak to you all soon. Till then, take care. Tatty bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Ta-da.
There's a voice that keeps on calling me. Down the road, it's where I'll always be. Every stop I make a new friend. Can't stay for long, just turn around and I'm gone again. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow, I'll just keep moving on.
I only came for a kebab.